Good morning. Welcome to St. John United Methodist Church. My name is Scott Pickering. I'm blessed to be the pastor of this congregation. The mission of the United Methodist Church is to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. And one of the great opportunities we have to be able to practice that is by worshiping together. So if you're worshiping with us today here in person, we're glad that you are here. And if you're worshiping with us online, we are glad that you are present as well. One of the new things that we will be doing here at the church is we want to be able to make sure we capture people who come and worship here, if they would like to be captured in that sense. And by that, I mean, if we have guests that come and arrive for worship, we want to be able to continue the conversation and the visit beyond the worship service. So one of the tools that we'll be using to do so is found in the very front of your bulletin. Towards the bottom, right beside the date, is a QR code. And if you have a smartphone, you can open up your camera app, you can aim your camera to this QR code, and then a little yellow box on Apple phones at least will come up and you can click on the address. And it'll take you to a short little form where you can enter in your information. If there's areas that you would like to learn more about the congregation or the church, you can do so by filling out that form. And hopefully we'll be able to make sure that when we have guests that arrive, that we continue that relationship beyond the worship service. We'll probably have additional QR codes in the future to kind of help guide us to important aspects of our day-to-day life and our community life. For example, there probably will be a QR code set up for prayer requests, so that if you have a concern, you don't have to look around in a pew to find a prayer card. You can just simply be able to scan that QR code and it will take you to a place where you can enter your prayer concern. So we look forward to this new technology for us at least, and using that and incorporating it into our worship and life experience. We are also posting portions of the worship service throughout the week on Facebook. The plan is to publish on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This past week we had the benediction. We had one of William Zhang's performances last week, and then we also had the announcement about our rescue work to help with a refugee family that will be coming to this area to help get them established in this new place. So we invite you to stay alert and stay active with our Facebook post as we post them throughout the week, and be glad for you to share those with those that you meet and entertain. We have a birthday this week, Janine Bush, on March 26th, so we wish her a very happy, on March 26th, we wish her a very happy birthday. We are continuing our journey towards the cross with Jesus, and the question for our season that we have been in is, how is it with your soul? A deep question, much deeper than how are you today? So as we continue this process of trying to figure out just how are we in our relationship with God, we have opportunities for you to join us for special moments of gathering inside the sanctuary. We do have one more Sunday in which we'll be having an early morning communion service. So that'll be next week at 9. It lasts about 6 to 7 minutes. So you'll still have plenty of time to go and visit a Sunday school class if you would like to. So next Sunday will be the last of that, because on April 2nd, which is Palm Sunday, we're going to have a full day of activities, or at least it's going to seem that way. We're going to have our luncheon, we're going to have animals, we're going to have our Easter hunt. So make plans to join us on that very important Sunday. That's only 2 weeks away, and it will be the beginning of Holy Week. We realize that there are some schools on spring break, but I can promise you, if you're in town, you're going to want to come pet some animals and look for those eggs. And you know that the eggs are so much more valuable this year than in previous years. So we hope you'll join us for that opportunity. We do have 2 mission opportunities that we'll be working on really heavy. The one that was mentioned last week with the rescue organization, we really want to be able to help provide for a family in a tangible way, a relational way. But there's also another offering that ties into this season of the year, and this same concept of really providing assistance to people. And that's what we celebrate in the United Methodist Church, known as UMCOR Sunday. UMCOR stands for the United Methodist Committee on Relief, and it is equipped to be able to go and respond to natural disasters, primarily in the United States, but they also work with partner organizations in other places around the world. In the breezeway, you'll notice that on the table that has information about our local mission project with refugees, on the other side of it is a poster that shows some of the work of UMCOR and how it reaches out. There's an article about how UMCOR has been helping with the earthquakes that hit Turkey and northern Syria. I also would like to mention that because we are a connectional system, whenever something goes wrong in our neck of the woods, UMCOR is also there for us as well. When tornadoes went through Newnan, Georgia, just 2 years ago, UMCOR has given over $500,000 to Newnan to help the community rebuild. That is money that we donate on UMCOR Sunday, or maybe even through a special appeal, but that was money that was able to come back and help restore lives in that community, to help them deal with all the damage that the tornadoes brought, and be able to know that they would not be going forward all by themselves, that some good United Methodist people who are part of an UMCOR team would be there to help guide and lead them to recovery. So both of these are great ways that you can give. If you decide to give later, anything that has the word refugee or rescue, we know that we'll receive that as being a gift towards helping a family from Ukraine that will be resettling here. If you would like to make a gift to UMCOR, that's all you have to put on there is UMCOR, and we'll make sure that that goes to continue to support that ministry within our denomination. We do have 2 safe sanctuary trainings coming up. We want to make sure that this is a safe place, not only for the little ones, but the little bit older ones and even the more mature ones that may need a safe environment to be in. So if you're going to be helping with our kids, especially with Vacation Bible School, we encourage you to be able to take part in this training. The videos and the material can be assessed online, but this will be an opportunity where you can at least have a person that you can talk to immediately during that time. The Festival South Singers will be having a concert next week at 3 o'clock. I mentioned that just so that if you would like to come to it, you may do so. Lots of announcements, because there's a lot going on here. Would you stand and welcome one another to the service this morning?